Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome to today's live. So, you must have seen the title and the thumbnail. We are talking about moving to New Zealand. There is a major update for moving to New Zealand right now. So, if you're interested in moving abroad for work and you're also interested in settling in the country you want to move to, you're looking to move as a permanent resident, then this is the video for you because you now have an opportunity to actually land in New Zealand as a permanent resident as you are moving to work in the country. So you're welcome to today's live. I'm going to show you all the information you need to make this happen as soon as possible. And you can move with your dependents, okay? So if you're single, you can go alone. If you're married, you can go with your spouse. And if you have children, you can move with them. So it's a wonderful opportunity that you can take advantage of. So in today's video, that is what we're going to be talking about. And this is a live stream, so expect it to be well detailed. I am going to show you all the info you need to get this done. I'll share my screen with you. You see the info directly from Immigration New Zealand, all right? So please stay tuned as we get that done today. So if you're just joining, please give the video a thumbs up. That is a like. Okay, and please share the link with your family and friends so they can get to join us and get all this information. All right, let me know. Can you hear me? Let's see that. Can you hear me? I want to know if you can hear me and everything is fine. Please give me feedback. This is a live stream, so we always have to do these checks. Let me check over here. Is this working? Okay, yes. I see your feedback. You can all hear me. Okay, that's amazing. Thank you so much for the feedback. Thanks for joining. I see you all. Love you all. Thanks for joining. Thank you. So are you guys interested in moving to New Zealand? Let me see the comments for those that, are looking at New Zealand. If New Zealand is already on your list or you're open to adding New Zealand to your list, let me know in the comments, okay? You can just drop a comment on the live stream. All right. Hello, Karen, or Karen, right? Chia Dozier, Eric Emmanuel, Chioma Ubani, Benjamin, everyone. So many comments. Love you all. Please let me know where you're watching from, okay? Let me know which country you're watching from and possibly the countries you want to move to as well. I always like to have that information because it guides me on how to create content for you guys, right? So today I'm talking about New Zealand because people had dropped comments in the previous video saying they would love to move to New Zealand, okay? So when you watch my video, endeavor to drop a comment so that I could talk about something that will be useful to you, okay? So please drop a comment. Let me know where you want to move to and your situation, okay? Hello from India, Nigeria, Tanzania. Okay, you're interested in Estonia, interested in New Zealand. Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, keep them coming. Keep them coming. Thanks for sharing that. Cyprus, watching from Cyprus. Okay. Thanks. All right, that's amazing. So I'm going to try to be fast because I have a lot of information to share with you. So you can just have like a very good idea on how to get this done to move down to Estonia. All right, so let's just start and run fast. You can drop your comments as we go along, and I'm going to answer your questions. If you have questions, you can ask, and as we go, I'm going to answer all your questions. That's basically how we do it here during our live streams. I get to answer your questions, just to make it more valuable to you, so that you can actually take it, actually apply the information I share here and move abroad. Okay. So that is why I like these live streams. So I can just take your questions directly. So keep them coming. In the course of sharing the opportunity, I could answer them. And also when I'm done sharing, I will also really sit back to answer your questions. Okay. So if you're just joining, don't forget to give it a like. Don't forget to give the video a like and share the link with your family and friends. Okay. So if you're just joining, in today's video, we're going to be talking about this opportunity to move down to New Zealand as a permanent resident. So you're moving to work in New Zealand and you are landing New Zealand as a permanent resident, okay? And you can also move with your family on this pathway. So you and your family, your spouse and your children can move to New Zealand as permanent residents to work. So if you're interested in that, please stick with me in this video. And if it's your first time of seeing me, you're welcome to the channel. Right here, I share info to help you move abroad for work opportunities, study opportunities, and other, visa routes to live and settle abroad. So if you're interested in this, please subscribe to the channel and also turn on the notification bell, so whenever I share a new video, you'll be notified and you get to watch it. All right, returning subscribers, thanks for all the support. Love you all. You guys are really amazing. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And I also want to share this amazing opportunity to make at least $1,000 every month with a side hustle that you can do from the comfort of your home, from anywhere around the world. This is something I have done for over 4 years, and I do believe it's going to be profitable for you that you're planning to move abroad. It can be a way to save money to move abroad and also help you with your living expenses while you are abroad as well. So you can start a publishing business on Amazon KDP. You can Google it. It's really popular these days. When I started, it was not well known, but now it's really popular. And the way I do it, there are several ways you can publish on Amazon KDP, but the way I do it is by publishing public domain books that I got from STACKLEE. So what STACKLEE does is that they put together the best-selling books that are in high demand globally. So people in the US, Canada, the UK, Germany, all around the world are looking for these books, and you can just buy the already formatted and edited manuscripts from STACKLEE. So you don't need to write these books, you don't need to edit, you don't need to do anything to the manuscripts. You buy it already prepared, and all you need to do is publish it on Amazon and sell to a global audience. So right now, STACKLEE is offering discount sales on their manuscript packs, and you can take advantage of these discount sales to start your own publishing business at a very low cost. All right. So I currently have the links in the description box to buy your packs of manuscripts to start your Amazon business, right? Your publishing business on Amazon KDP. So when you buy your pack, you're going to be getting free training from STACKLEE, all right, to get it done. STACKLEE also trained me. So if you're wondering, how can I do this? I don't know anything about it. Not to worry. STACKLEE has training that is going to hold your hand from the beginning to the end, from setting up your KDP account to publishing your books to getting paid, plus your business success in KDP, everything. And I also have my own KDP group as well. So when you buy your pack of manuscripts from STACKLEE, you can send me an email and I will add you to my KDP group. Okay, so all the links are currently in the description box. And if you do not know where the description box is, not to worry, you can simply send me an email. All right. I just want to put my email address on the screen. All right, so that is it on the screen. Just send me an email, jackieglobalmedia@gmail.com, and I'll share the links with you to buy your manuscript packs, and I'll also add you to my KDP group. All right, so that's great. So let's get into it. Please, if you're just joining, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It's very important. It helps the channel a great deal. So if you like it, I'm sure you do because you're still watching, just please give back to the channel by dropping a like. Okay, so there's an icon that is a thumbs up icon like this, all right, under the video. I see you guys hitting the heart icon. That is amazing. But also hit the like button as well. It's directly under the video. It really helps. It's free, and you can do that in 1 second. All right, so how about you support me as well by just hitting that like button. And if you're new here and you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel so that you can always be getting updates from me whenever I post them. Okay, so I see people saying they've sent me emails and I have not responded. I will do so. I usually reply all my emails, okay? But it's not going to be immediately you send it, obviously. I get so many emails, as you can imagine. So I'll get to it. It may take me days, it may take me weeks, but be rest assured I'll get to your email. But if you are in a hurry with your inquiry, you can book a one-on-one consultation with me. Or if you want a CV review, you can just go ahead and do that, okay? So you want to talk to me over a call, just go ahead and book a one-on-one consultation with me. The links are in the description box. If you want a CV review, just go ahead and book that directly. If you want a visa application service, you can do that directly without having to go through emails back and forth. That takes a whole lot of time. So if you're in a hurry, just go directly and use those links and get the service that you want, all right, fast. Okay. So that's that for emails. It will, you'll get a reply, but it may not be so fast. I don't have an assistant, to be replying my emails. I do it myself, so it's going to take time. All right, because obviously there's so much I can do in 24 hours. All right, so let's get into it. New Zealand has an update. Let me see. Um, let me see. Okay. All right. So New Zealand has an update, okay? And I want to share that update with you because it's going to help, like, it's going to help you move abroad, okay? You know how every country has a shortage occupation list, and if your occupation is on that list, you stand a higher chance of getting a visa sponsorship job to move down to that country. Okay, so New Zealand also has their own shortage occupation list, and they have recently updated it and added more occupations to that list, right? So more occupations, they'll usually update it from time to time. So now they just updated it for May, for the month of May this month, and added another occupation to it. So let me start by sharing the visa type, okay? So you can just have an idea of, what we are talking about. So if you're old to my channel, you probably know this, all right? But if you're new to the channel, let me just let you know, understand it. So New Zealand has three kinds of resident visas for workers, okay? The first one is called the straight to resident. That is the one where you land New Zealand as a permanent resident, and that is the one we are talking about today in this video. The second one is a work to resident, where when you move to New Zealand and work for 2 years, then you can apply for your permanent residency. And another one is highly skilled or highly paid, something like that. Okay, so there are different ones. So today's one is straight to resident, where you move to New Zealand as a permanent resident. Okay, so let me share my screen with you so you can get to see what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so straight to residence visa. I believe you can now see it on my screen. Let me make it bigger. All right. So straight to residence visa, yeah? So apply for this visa if you currently work or have a job offer from an accredited employer and your role is on tier 1 of the green list in demand. So the green list is basically the shortage occupation list for New Zealand, okay? So it's called shortage occupation list in the UK. So I'm sure many people are acquainted with that name. So for New Zealand, it's called the green list. And on the green list, they have tier 1 and tier 2. So this straight to residence visa is for those roles that are on tier 1. All right. So that's basically how it works. So you can stay in New Zealand indefinitely on this visa. So it's a permanent residency visa. And the age range is 55 or younger. So like the upper age limit for this visa is 55 years old. So if you're 18 to 55, you can apply for this visa. All right. So what you can do, live, work, and study in New Zealand. You can move with your family. You can include your partner. You can see it here. Include your partner and dependent children aged 24 or younger. So most countries, the dependents you can bring in terms of children are children that are 18 and younger. But for New Zealand, you can bring a child that is up to 24 years of age. So it's 24 or younger, all right, in terms of your children. So this is really amazing. So they have all the details about the straight to resident visa, which you guys can just go through and just read it, yourselves, because that's not really what this video is about. I just wanted to give you a background to what we are dealing with here. So you can just Google straight to resident visa New Zealand and you're going to see the link come up. All right. So let's get to see, let me give you an idea of what this green list is about. Okay. Let's see the green list. All right. So this is green list roles. Yeah. So search the green list for roles in demand in New Zealand. If your role is listed and you have the qualifications, registration, or experience required, you may be able to get residence immediately or after 2 years of working here. So where you get your residence immediately is where you are on tier 1. And where you get it after 2 years is when your role is under tier 2, right? I hope you understand it up to this point. So now we want to talk about tier 1 because we're talking about the straight to resident visa. All right, so when you look at it, let's just scroll down a bit. So when you look at the roles, you can actually search to see if your role is there. They currently have 205 roles on this list, okay? So we are not going to go over all of them. It's something you can do on your own, but I just want to show you a little bit about it. So you see here, acoustic engineer. It is tier 1 role, eligible for straight to residence. So once you see your occupation, you just know straight up if you are eligible for the straight to residence visa or the work to residence visa, where you work in New Zealand for 2 years and then get your PR. All right. So this, all of this is tier 1, tier 1. Let me scroll till I see a tier 2. All right, this is a tier 2 right here. Assistant dairy farm manager is on tier 2, eligible for work to residence. So if you're an assistant dairy farm manager and you get a job in New Zealand and move to New Zealand after only 2 years of working in New Zealand, you can apply for your permanent residency. All right, so settling in New Zealand is really cool and easier than most countries. You know, on the skilled worker visa for the UK, for example, you would need to work for 5 years before you're eligible to apply for your permanent residence. But here in New Zealand, 2 years only if you're on tier 2. And if you're on tier 1, you just land New Zealand as a permanent resident immediately. All right. So if you're just joining, please give the video a thumbs up. Give the video a like if you're just joining. Okay. All right. So let's get to the update for the green list for this month of May. So let's just get to see that. So this is the new updates, all right? Secondary school teachers moving to the straight to residence pathway, okay? So they have just upgraded secondary school teachers to the tier 1 of the green list. So if you're a secondary school teacher and you get a job in New Zealand, you can apply for the straight to residence, where you get to arrive New Zealand as a permanent resident. So you can see it here. From May 2024, secondary school teachers moved to the straight to residence pathway on the green list of in-demand roles. Okay, so that's really amazing. So it starts from May, from this month of May. All right. So the government, let's just read it. The government has announced that secondary school teachers will move to the straight to residence pathway on the green list of in-demand roles. This move helps fill the likely shortage of secondary school teachers in the short to medium term, right? This change allows eligible overseas secondary school teachers to apply for residence from outside New Zealand when they have an offer of employment with an accredited employer. So we're going to come to that, the accredited employer, and without needing to work for 2 years in New Zealand first. So you can see there, it's just plain. It's just telling you that if you're a secondary school teacher, you get a job in New Zealand, you are applying for a permanent residence from your country, so you no longer have to move to New Zealand and work for 2 years before you can apply for that. You can do it straight up from your country, all right? This change comes into effect in May, all right? It comes to effect in May. So other teachers remain on the work to residence pathway. So if you're a primary teacher and all of that, it's only secondary school teachers that have gotten this upgrade, all right, to be able to move to New Zealand as permanent residents. All right, so let's talk about accredited employers. So for you to get a visa sponsorship job in New Zealand, you have to get a job with an accredited employer. So it is not every employer in New Zealand that is accredited or has the license, right, to hire overseas workers. So if you're looking for a job that is going to aid you to move to New Zealand, you need to get a job with only an accredited employer. All right. So when you're searching for jobs, it's best to just limit your search to accredited employers only to make it easy for you. So you don't apply for jobs, get interviews, and at the interview stage, you're like, oh my goodness, so sorry, we thought you're in New Zealand, you know, and all of that. So just apply directly to only those employers that have the accreditation to hire from overseas. Okay. In this whole visa sponsorship jobs, applying for jobs, trying to get overseas jobs, people do it the wrong way and they get burnt out because they are like doing the wrong thing. So imagine a scenario where there are maybe, let's just say 20,000 employers in New Zealand that are advertising for jobs online, and you're applying to all of them. Meanwhile, only 500 of them can actually bring you into New Zealand. So you're doing so much work, and it's not really going to be that fruitful. So you can just search through the accredited employer. So you can just Google it, accredited employer New Zealand. You're going to see the link to just see all of that. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. Let's get to see how you can check if an employer is accredited in New Zealand. All right, so you use this searchable tool to check if an employer is an accredited employer. So while applying for jobs, just do that so you can, reduce the amount of work that you do for employers that can't actually sponsor you. Okay, what you can search for, you can use this tool to search to check if an employer is currently accredited or not. If you are applying for a visa that requires you to work for an accredited employer, so okay, let's just click on this. Let's see. Okay, that just defines what an accredited employer is. Anyway, let's read it. An employer approved by Immigration New Zealand to employ workers on the accredited employer work visa. Only accredited employers can support your visa. All right. So that is what I said earlier. So how to use this tool? You can search by company name or trading name, and you can also search by New Zealand business number. All right. So here is a search place. This is where you can literally just search for it. So let's say you're looking for a job on Indeed, for example, or you just see a job advertised in New Zealand anywhere online. You can just copy the name of the employer and come and put it in this search box and search to see if they are accredited. So if they are, then you go ahead and apply. If not, you just leave it since you're looking for a visa sponsorship job. All right. So that's basically how it's done. So search. So that's basically it. So always try to apply for your jobs through accredited employers. And the truth is, this also works for every other country. Like if you want to apply to the UK, for example, the UK also have their own list of licensed sponsors. So you just go through that list and apply for jobs rather than applying for random jobs to other companies that are not licensed to hire from overseas. So same thing for every other country, same thing for Canada and the rest. In Canada, the employers have to get labor market impact assessment, things like that. So for every country, just find out which companies, just search for a list of companies that are accredited or licensed to hire from overseas. Okay, that's really going to help you to reduce the work you do applying for jobs. Okay. So I hope you guys have learned something. So secondary school teachers, good news to you, can now move to New Zealand as a permanent resident. And there are other roles as well that can move as permanent residents. So just go through the list that I spoke about earlier and see if your occupation is listed so you can move down to New Zealand as a permanent resident. Okay, so that is basically it. I hope you guys got everything I said. I've shared all the basic info with you. So just go ahead and look for your jobs, get a job offer, and then apply for your straight to resident visa and move to New Zealand. So if your occupation is on the green list but it's tier 2, you can still get it done as well. Move to New Zealand, and then after 2 years, you apply for your resident visa. It still works for you, so it's still great. It's still faster than some other countries. All right. So let me see questions that I can quickly answer. Any age limit? I spoke about the age limit actually. I showed that in this video. So if you're just joining, you may just want to go back and watch from the beginning so you can get all the information. All right. BC, you're new to the channel. Thanks for joining. Love you all. I see a lot of first timers. Love you all. So if you can, please drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section that it's your first time. So I always have something special for first time viewers. So please drop a comment in the comment section so that after this live stream, I could really sit down and reply to all your comments. All right. Love you, Jackie. Love you too, Funeko. I really want to discuss with you. Yeah, you can book a one-on-one consultation on Latin Day, right? The link is currently in the description box, so you can just click on that, book a one-on-one consultation with me so we can discuss as you have said. All right. Okay. Looking for questions. What are the requirements? I think I've spoken about that. All right, so you can just familiarize yourself with Immigration New Zealand websites to get info. Like there's so much info on the immigration website, so you can just go through it and see info for whatever it is you want to apply for. All right. Watching from Dubai. We have a lot of people watching from Dubai today. Thanks for joining. Yeah. I'm not decided yet, but we'll decide if your expose would tell. I don't know. Oh well. Thanks for the prompt reply to my email earlier. Appreciate. All right, yeah. So that's it. There are people that feel I don't reply emails. I saw a comment, someone telling me that I don't reply all emails. Like I said, are you me? Are you in my emails? I reply every single email, all right? So if I didn't reply your email, maybe you didn't get to me. Who knows? Maybe you didn't send it to the right channel. I reply every single email. But all I'm saying is it could take a while. It could take days or weeks before I reply your email. It could even take a month. Who knows? You know. All right. Because of the volume of emails I get a whole lot of emails. You can imagine I could do a video that gets 30,000 views, for example. Let's just say 15,000 of those people want to send me emails. Just imagine that. I get a whole lot of emails. All right. But the good thing about it is that I always give all the info in the video. So you don't have to rely on sending me an email. You can just go ahead and do what you want to do because I give all the info in the videos. All right. I think I have answered all the questions. If I have not, let's say I've missed your question, apologies, it's not intentional. You could just drop it in the comment section. So after the live stream, I could just sit down and like reply all of them. Okay. And if you're watching this video after the live stream, you're not left out. You can still drop your questions in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to answer all of them. So I think we're done, right? I think we're done. Jackie, if I want to talk to you, I have to book or anytime. I don't know. Just check. It's well detailed. So once you click on any of the one-on-one consultation, you're going to see the details. So you book for the one that suits you, the one that really suits your situation. All right, they're all well detailed. So just check all of them and see the one you want. If you want the 15 minutes call, 30 minutes call, or whatever, just check for what will really work for you. All right, so I think we're done. Please don't forget to buy your pack of manuscripts from STACKLEE during these discount sales. And if you have bought your pack already, right, there is upgrade pack. So if you had previously bought a pack of 60 manuscripts, you can upgrade to 150 and 300. And if you had bought 150 previously, you can upgrade to 300. I always recommend the 300 pack because that is the one I did. And obviously that is where you can make the most money because, logically, the more products you have in the market, the more money, the more sales you can make. So that's just basically how it works. So if your target is to make $1,000 every month, then I think you should go for the 300 pack. All right. Okay. So links in the description. You can send me an email after buying your pack so I can add you to my KDP group. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Please drop a comment. Let me know which country you want me to talk about next, so I could do videos for you. Let's meet again tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Love you.